We often talk about finding purpose and passion, but what if that passion, say, for basketball, could actually lead to real rewards?
Right, and that's exactly what this new app, Hoopstakes, seems to be trying to do.
Hoop stakes, okay.
Yeah, the idea is to take those casual pickup games, and turn them into chances for daily cash rewards. And the interesting thing, based on what we've seen, is how it's funded. They call it game donations.
Game donations.
Hmm. So our mission today really is to dive deep into Hoopstakes, figure out how it works, what makes it different. They call it a skill-based platform, and like, who is this actually for?
Okay, let's unpack this then. First things first, money's involved. So setting up, how does that work? Is it secure?
Yeah, good question. It starts as you'd expect with setting up an in-app wallet, secure, linking your debit or credit card.
Standard stuff.
Pretty standard. But here's where it gets a little clever. Instead of calling it an entry fee or a wager, they use the term game donations.
Ah, okay. So that framing is deliberate.
Seems like it. It positions it less like gambling and more like, everyone chipping in for the prize. It kind of reframes the whole thing, maybe even for regulatory reasons.
Right, okay. So you make your game donation. Then what happens? Does it just sit there?
No, and this is pretty cool. Those donations automatically pool together before the game starts,
Oh, right away.
instantly. So everyone on the court knows exactly what the prize pool is, built from their own contributions. It really leans into that skill-based idea. It's your game that wins you the pot, not just luck.
Makes sense. So wallet's funded, prize pool's set. How do you actually find or start a game?
That's where the tech comes in. The app uses GPS
You're
tools.
right, for location.
Yeah, not just to find nearby games, but crucially, to verify you're actually at the court. Helps keep things legit for these in-person contests.
Oh,
So
I
you
see.
can browse local contests, pick your usual home court, or, start your own game. It seems like it'll be available in quite a few U.S. cities, and you get notifications too.
And the games themselves, is it just standard 5-on-5?
No, there's actually a good variety mentioned. Full court pickup, yeah, but also one-on-one matchups, and even specific skill-based contests.
Like what?
Things like HORSE, King of the Court, three-point shootouts,
Hmm.
stuff like that. So different ways to compete.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. You're there, you're playing in person. How does the app handle figuring out who won? That seems tricky.
Yeah, that's always the challenge with mixing digital and physical, right? So players meet, they play, figure out the winner. The app helps here. You can confirm the score quickly.
But what if there's a dispute? You know how competitive games get.
Exactly. And they seem to have thought about that. If there's disagreement, the app apparently lets all the participants vote on the result.
Ah, a peer validation system.
Sort of, yeah. A kind of democratic way to settle it. Adds a layer of trust, hopefully.
Okay, so the winner's decided. What about the payout? They promise instant payouts. Is it really instant?
That seems to be a major selling point. Once the winner is confirmed, boom, the prize pool goes automatically to their wallet.
Wow.
Yeah, the sources stress no delays, no middlemen. That's big. You win, you get the funds. Then you can withdraw it, or maybe more likely, use it to jump into another contest right away.
Keeps the cycle going.
Exactly. Fuels engagement.
So it really does sound like it's built to make those everyday games feel more, I don't know, meaningful. A new earning path, as they say. Who exactly are they targeting with this?
It seems pretty broad within the basketball world. Your regular pickup players, the
Yeah.
court legends, the weekend warriors.
The folks already out there playing.
Right. But also maybe content creators in the basketball space, potentially youth and rec leagues looking for new funding ideas. Basically, anyone who loves playing and wouldn't mind getting paid for it.
Adds that extra edge.
Adds incentive.
And just for anyone listening who's already thinking about downloading it, the launch date we have is July 16, 2025 for both iOS and Android. So wrapping this up, what does this Hoopstakes app really mean for you, the listener? Maybe you just shoot hoops casually, maybe you're more serious, or maybe you're just interested in how tech is changing sports.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting model. But beyond just the cash, think about this. How could an app like Hoopstakes change local basketball communities?
Yeah.
Could adding this kind of structure, this incentive, lead to more organized pickup games, more competition? Could it even maybe help uncover some hidden local talent that might otherwise go unnoticed? Just by adding a reason beyond pride to really play your best in those everyday games. Makes you wonder.